It's 8 p.m. here, and it's time for another video, and it's time for another giveaway as well. We're gonna give away, it's a sponsored giveaway by Story Perfect Editing. Craig Gibb and John Robin wrote a book, How to Self-Publish Your Book, and they're generously giving away a copy of it, and I'm just waiting for Greg to appear online. And Greg will be using his pen name, so don't be confused when you see a different name appear. Let's see if he shows up, because I don't think Greg ever did join Facebook Live before. So let's just see if he appears. Someone's watching. I just don't see a video yet. So let me just tell me a little bit about Story Perfect Editing. It's an editing company, and I talked to you in the first video. I told you something about John Robin and how John, Greg and John own Story Perfect Editing together, and how John saw so much potential in me, and he decided to take me under his wing, teach me all. There he is. There Greg is. Teach me all about ghostwriting and copywriting, and I will be talking to John in 2 hours actually. So first we'll have Greg on, and I'll talk with Greg about the book, and then in 2 hours I will have John on, and we'll talk about something. It's okay, Greg. I'm gonna see if I can just invite you, because you should be popping up, and you're not. Yeah, you should be in my screen. Can I do something? No, you're not in there either. Interesting. Because I know, this is the thing. I tested with a few people. I didn't test with everyone, because I sort of assumed it was going to be okay. But now I indeed, I see Stephanie is watching. I can invite Stephanie, but I cannot invite you over, Greg. Oh, wait. Let me see if this works. Dun dun dun. Me and technology, not the best of friends. I love it when it works. Slightly less impressed if it doesn't work. So I did invite you now, Greg. So you should get something on your side, like a notification. Asking whether you actually want to join. So let's see if it works. Otherwise, we'll try it again. So this is kind of a behind the screens, also screens as well, but behind the scenes thing. It's telling me that it's trying to add you. But for some reason, now I really don't know if that could have something to do with your privacy settings. I've never seen this before. And you're probably talking to me. Now it's saying adding. So let's see if it also wants to connect you. Connecting.
Hey!
You are here.
I'm here.
Go. Good. I was getting a little. It's gone so smoothly today, and it's yeah, it's getting late for me. I mean, it's very early for you, and I was like, no, don't fail me now. Okay, but you're here. Hi, welcome.
I'm here. Thank you, and
welcome.
Congratulations on 5 years.
Thank you so much. It's been so much like I said, it was in the first, it's been so much fun. And if I look at not just the past 5 years, but the last year, the stuff that I started doing also because I met you guys. And you just decided, yeah, let's work with her. Let's see what she can do. So that's been so much fun. It's broadened my horizons. I'm very, very grateful for the people that I have in my life, but also your generosity, sharing your stuff with me. And I remember it's fun that we're doing this now live. But I was just thinking, just before I went live, I remembered that last year we did the Right podcast.
Yes, we did. Yeah.
Yes, and I remember we were all on video, and I was like, this video is private, right? It's just audio. It's not gonna be. And
Hmm.
now I'm
Hmm.
doing this every week and I'm so comfortable doing it. But it was such a process going from that, this is just for us, right? Nobody's sharing and nobody's recording any
Yeah.
video. And you're just all like, no, 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 no. It's just audio. Just take a breath. I was like, and now I'm just like, now I'm inviting you. Oh, come over. Just do it for, just do a live. Just come on. Just, it's just a video. It's fun how you can grow in a year.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
always scary that first time. It's absolutely terrifying. This is actually my first time on video, so
I
I
know.
was a little nervous, but I think I'm over it.
Okay, well, I applaud you. And I think like, so I will have John in 2 hours. So I
Hmm.
like John just texted me like, this is the same thing we did last time, right? Because I think that was his first time when we did the big interview. I
Yes,
think that was his first time. Yes, he was like, it's gonna be the
I
same
think
like
so.
last time, like logging in. It's like, yeah, it's gonna be fine. So this is the second time for him. But yeah, I'm still with these joint videos. Like you never know how the phone's gonna like. It's just it's connecting and it's some like things go wrong. But I'm glad you're here.
Hmm. Me too.
Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about the book. How to
Sure,
self-publish your book. Let's just like I want to know also like how did you get to write it? Because you're
sure.
the main writer, right?
Yeah, yeah. So I did co-write the book with John Robin, but it mostly draws on my own expertise. So to give your viewers and listeners here a bit of context, I write a lot of erotica and erotic romance under a variety of pen names. It probably shows up that I'm logging in under the pen name of Cameron D. James. That's my main
Yes,
pen
it
name.
does. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I have 3 or 4 other pen names. Sometimes I'm not comfortable sharing those names with people uh, because I
I
don't
know
want,
them, but
yeah, I don't want them to judge me based on what I
yeah,
write. But
yeah.
anyway,
I'm
with
not sharing
that,
them. It's safe with
yeah,
me.
thank you.
Yeah.
So in all, I have about, I think about 100 self-publications. So I've really hammered down the process of how to self-publish. And then with John Robin, we've also started up Deep Desires Press, which is a publisher of erotic romance, and we have 85 publications. So altogether,
Yeah.
almost 200 publications. So I know how to take a Word document and turn it into EPUB, MOBI, PDF, paperback book, and then the uploading and publishing process. And so when it came to putting together this book, How to Self-Publish Your Book, my main goal was to make that information accessible because that information is available online, but it's very hard to make sense of it. So Amazon, if you want to publish on Amazon, Amazon does have information in their help pages on how to format your book and what you want to do when you upload your book, but it's
Hmm.
very unclear. And it's same with Smashwords. So if you want to self-publish on Smashwords, they have a user manual, like a free downloadable book that tells you how to format your book, but it is very, very confusing. And a lot of
So it's
people
not intuitive at all.
no, and a lot of people struggle with self-publishing. And I think because I've done it so long and so many times, it's become really easy to me. So I want to make it easy for everybody else. So that was how the book came about.
So it's basically you translating all the difficult
Yeah, and then
lingo and yeah.
yeah, and then we also talk a little bit about some of the things that um, you don't always find. Like if you're going to self-publish wide, which means not just on Amazon but elsewhere, then you have to choose between publishing on Smashwords or draft to digital. And both have their upsides and downsides. And how do you choose between the two of them? And a lot of people who offer their opinion on which one is better aren't really operating from a place of logic. They're operating from a place of emotion. So they don't always give the best answer. So I try to really lay things out like this is why this one is good. This is why that one is good. You have to decide which works best for you.
Yeah. And that's actually like in the self-publishing groups that I'm a part of, this is an ongoing discussion. Like every once
Oh,
in a
it
while,
is.
somebody will ask like, okay, so which one do I pick? Which one do I pick? And then there are like 60, depending on the groups, like it can be 60 comments, it can be 100 comments before the admin goes like, it's done. Like you should have your answer by now. So that's really good. And that people do come from because they had a bad experience with it, or
Yeah.
they were hoping it would give them this and it would, and it didn't. So they speak from, yeah, it didn't give me what I wanted, so it sucks. Well, it could just
Yeah.
be, if you know what the options are and you know what fits your goals best, you know what thing to pick. Yeah.
Yeah, and I know that particularly with Smashwords, you have to be very particular with your formatting or else it will reject your book and you have to reformat it. And if someone is struggling with formatting in the first place, that creates like this huge obstacle for Smashwords and they just want to go to draft to digital then, which is not a bad thing. For some people, draft to digital is the answer. But if the reason someone is having trouble on Smashwords is formatting is not that hard. It's just you need clear, easy to follow instructions to do it right.
Yes, and I think like for a lot, like I don't format my own stuff. Like I like it's a smart thing that I did. Like as you know, like I co-write with Sheena Mary,
Yes.
and she like I'm not an Apple person, so she has the MacBook.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I bought Vellum. I paid for Vellum, and then gave it to her. That was my, but I know at one point I want to know how to do it myself because I don't like it when I depend on people for stuff like this. So I do want to figure it out at one point. But right now I'm very happy that she gets to do that part of the job, and I do other stuff. Like I do more of the
Yeah, and that's
this kind of stuff.
totally,
Yeah.
that's totally acceptable too, because like most writers, I have a day job and I am continually surprised by people's lack of understanding of how to format even like a letter. And so if someone who struggles with formatting a letter then tries to format an ebook, like even with clear instructions, it's going to be difficult. So the How to Self-Publish Your Book does not focus just on formatting. It also focuses on, like, if someone else did the formatting for you. And I think even in the book, I say, if you don't understand how to format a book, give this chapter to someone with your manuscript and they'll format it for you. And then once you get it back, here's how you upload, here's how you pick your keywords, here's how you promote your book, here's where you promote your book. So it's really a manual for everybody, even if you're not doing some of the steps yourself.
So it's basically, and that's the thing, is like I think a lot of self-publishing authors think they have to do everything themselves. That's not really necessary. So the book gives you if you want to do it yourself, this is how you do it. But if you give this part away, you like let someone else do this part, then these are the next steps.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
don't
good. That
design
sounds
my
really
own
good.
covers. I always hire a cover designer because I can design my own covers, but it won't be that good. I want something a little more professional.
Yeah, like I have a cover designer. I'm really happy. Like actually my VA, so that's I got very lucky there. But she's a great cover designer. I do pay like this is not within the work she does, so I do pay her extra for the
Yeah,
covers. It's not I didn't get that lucky.
yeah.
I do pay her extra for the cover, but she's just really gifted. So yeah, always do it like don't try to make your own cover. Like that's like there are things you can do yourself and there are things you cannot do yourself and know which is which. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And even if you are talented at graphic design and you can design your own cover, and that's great, I would still run it past someone else because sometimes you're too
Yes.
close to your project to really judge,
Yeah.
am I doing the right thing?
Yeah, it actually reminds me of a talk I had with John about the back copy of his book, A Thousand Roads. Is that he was like he tried to do that and he couldn't do it, and then and that's a funny thing, of course, because I do the back copy writing with John for Deep Desires Press, so that was a very funny thing. But of course, he's so close to his own project, so you have to
Yeah,
sort of surrender and let somebody else do that because you no longer know what to say, and that's I have the same like Sheena Mary's watching us now. I just said it the other day. It's like, oh, the first book is almost done. That means we have to write the back copy, and I know I can write back copy, but can I write my own back copy? That's a complete like I don't know. Like I haven't tried it yet. I'm a little reluctant. But yeah, if you're so caught up like in your own work, like you need someone to take the step.
Yeah.
That's also why we don't
Yeah.
self-edit our books. Like you just you hire an editor.
Yes. Yeah. I do sometimes self-edit my books, but when I go back and read them at a later point, I can tell which books I self-edited and which books I hired an editor for. There is a difference there.
Yeah. Yeah. So you can, and that's the thing, of course, we are editors, so we do have a different eye, and that is a plus, but you don't see it all. Like it's just, yeah. Okay, so this sounds great. Thank you so much for offering this book.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, because this is like the thing, it can be such an overwhelming process, and to have like a guide that just very clear cut and just says, well, just relax, these are the steps, you can do this. I think that's going to be very helpful. So anyone who wants a copy of this book, and actually people like throughout the day have been signing up. And it's been really fun because they signed up for stuff that we haven't even talked about yet. So there are already people signing up for the book, so that's great.
Good.
Without us even talking about it, they're just like, oh, this sounds very useful. Let's just tick that box as well. So yeah, if you watch the video and you're like, really sounds like a book that I need my hands on, just go to the link in the description and sign up for the giveaway. And then next week we'll let you know who of you wins a copy. And if you don't win a copy, go grab a copy anyway, because this sounds like a really useful product to have.
Yeah, and I do want to jump in real quick and say two quick things. One is that in the book we talk about self-publishing in paperback, and we reference using CreateSpace. CreateSpace has closed down, and now you publish your paperback
very
through
recently.
KDP. Yeah, now you publish through KDP print. The steps are exactly the same. You're just going to a different website. So all of the information is exactly the same. Just you go to kdp.amazon.com instead of createspace.com. And then the other thing I wanted to add is that if anybody has any questions about self-publishing, whether or not you have bought the book or you plan to buy the book, or you bought the book and you have a question, definitely reach out to us at Story Perfect Editing. I am always willing to give free advice to anybody that needs advice, or hit me up on Twitter at Cameron_D_James. I hand out advice all the time, so don't feel bad about asking.
Yeah. Yes, and that is like as like the team, like I am part of the team at Story Perfect Editing, and it's such a diverse team, and it's just there's so much knowledge there. So yeah, definitely, yes. So I'll make sure to add the link to Story Perfect Editing in the description as well once we close down this video.
Sure.
So yeah. Again, thank you so much for being here. It was so much fun. I hope this was your first time live. I hope you had fun.
It went well. I think I can do it again.
Good, because we might like the thing is like once I got John in, I'm like, I'm gonna do this again. Yeah, it's really fun, and it's so useful because now I'm just gonna download it and put it on YouTube, and you have to sell a video.
Okay.
Yes,
I might steal your idea. Yeah.
Go ahead. Like I know you have the podcast and everything, so just do that. Yeah, it's very useful. Okay. It was so much fun talking to you again. And let's do this again sometime.
To talk to you. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. You have a day ahead, so enjoy. I just want to go to bed. No, I still have a few hours to go. So thanks again, and we'll talk.
Yeah, thank you, for sure.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.